Welcome back, dear students. We will study in this video chapter 2, branching. We previously learned in the first term flowcharts where we need branching and executing a sequence of steps depending on the result of a condition or the answer of a question. You will find that writing the code of branching is just applying the algorithm with adherence to the general syntax rule used. To express branching programmatically, we use special statements or structures. What are they? Branching statements are if-then statement, and the second is if-then-else statement, and the third is select case statement. Let's start by the first statement, which is if-then statement. If-then statement general syntax is, as you can see in front of you, we start by the word if, following by conditional expression, and then the second line we will write the code, finally the word and if. This syntax of if-then is conditional or branching statement. This means that if the conditional expression is true, the code will be carried out. Then you will reach to end of if statement. Let's have an example together. Okay. Create a program in which we enter student score. Then the message successful appears in the message box. If the score is greater than or equal 50 when you click on the button result. Okay. As you remember from the previous term that we had a flowchart in branching using the rhombus shape, and we put a condition inside this rhombus shape. If x is greater than or equal 50, if the student gets more than or equal 50, then a message box with the word successful appeared. If not, in this case will not say anything and we will end the program. How to write it by codes? We will use one of the branching statement, which is if-then statements. But first we need to declare a variable x. To get value from the user inside the text box, we need to reserve a place in the computer memory to store this inserted value from the user, and we will call the variable x. And because it may contain decimal or fraction, so we say that its data type is single. After this, we have to assign the value to the variable x by the assignment statement, and we will say that we will get the value of x from the user by entering data in text box 1. So the second line of code express assignment statement, and it says x equal me, which represent the current form, dot text box 1 dot text. Then we need to get the value from the user and to compare it with the value that we have in our condition. In this case we will use if-then statement. If x greater than or equal 50, then the student will be successful. Then message box with the word successful appears in front of the student. And if. This is general syntax of if-then statement, and this is how we implement this general syntax to this example. Don't forget to check your program by running it by clicking on F5 on the keyboard, and you may also test your program by entering different values in the text box, for example 20, 50, 75, and click the button result in each time to see what's gonna happen. Okay, what if we want to write the if statement or block of F in one line? We can write the block of F in one line, but with one condition, which is without writing and if. Let's try it out. Dem x as single, declaration of a variable x with data type single, x equal me dot text box 1 dot text. We will take the value of variable x from the text box 1. If x greater than or equal 50, then message box is successful. The block of F or if statement is written in one line without writing and if. Let's go to the second statement in branching, which is if then else statement. If then else statement is used to express two codes. If we have two codes, what is the general syntax of if then else statement? If conditional expression, then code 1, else code 2, and if. The syntax is used if there is a code 1 that will be executed if the result of the condition is true, and another code 2, that is executed if the result of the condition is false. So depending on the conditional expression, the code will be executed. But which code, 1 or 2, depending on the result of the condition. If the conditional expression is true, code 1 will be executed. But if the conditional expression is false, so code 2 will be executed. Okay, let's have an example. The same example. The student degree, and if the student gets less than 50, the word fail will be displayed in a message box. But if he gets more than 50, the word successful will be displayed in a message box. And this is the flow chart, if you remember, in the first term. If x greater than or equal 50, if true, code 1, message box successful. False, code 2, in a message box field will be displayed. Okay, let's write down the code. First, as usual, let's start by declaration of variable, and we have variable called x with data type single. So we will write declaration dem x as single. Then we will take the value of x from text box. So x equal me dot text box 1 dot text. And according to the condition, we will implement code 1 or code 2. Let's write the condition together. If x greater than or equal 50, then message box successful because the student got more than 50. But if not, it means that he failed. So else message box fail. Then finally end if. What if we want to write the code of f in only one line, just as if then? To write the if statement in only one line, we will write it without writing and if. So dem x as single, x equal me dot text box 1 dot text. If x greater than or equal 50, then message box successful, else in the same line message box fail. So that's how we write if statement in one line but without writing and if. To this point, dear students, we have finished our video. Thanks for listening. I hope you get it. Thank you.